goes along, as this is their fourth state tournament trip. They have a record of 6-2, fourth since 1975, third in 77. They were first place. They won the 2A title back in 2013. They're on a 6-game winning streak coming in to tonight. The Cougars have won 4 in a row. Their record sits at 7-11 in 10 state appearances as 6 of 8. They're 5th in a row here as they went to the finals, of course, 2 years ago in 2016, as I talked about a first-round loss to Comanche last year. As 10 trips all since 1993 for the Cascade Cougars. They come in averaging just under 60 points a game. They give up 42 points defensively on the other side for Sheldon. Sheldon, 64 points tonight, and they give up 46 points defensively. So Cascade trying to get Sheldon to play in their game, slow it down, that 2-3 active zone, which is so effective. We saw that wear down Sheldon with those, Van Meter with those 2 6'9" kids on Tuesday morning, and Cascade just had a way of really slowing down that offense, and they're going to have to do it again tonight with some more height on the other side as the height advantage 6'6", 6'5" this time, so not as big as it was the other day.
Yeah, the 2-3 zone, it's second nature at Cascade. We grow up in it. We work on it from freshman year until senior year, and this group is really experienced in that 2-3. So they're going to know they're going to have a good game plan coming in. They're going to match up well with the size of Sheldon and the outside shooters. So it'll be interesting to see how Sheldon handles this kind of 2-3, because it's definitely something they haven't seen all season and probably they've never seen throughout their basketball career. So it should be fun.
As the introduction to the starting lineups here for Cascade, Brock Simon, the 6'4" senior, averaging 11 points a contest. Derek Kopis, the 5'10" senior, 8.4 a night. Johnny Supel, the 6'3" senior, 10 points a game, 4 rebounds a contest. Also, Gannon O'Brien, the 6'1" senior, averages 9 points a game and 4 rebounds. And leading the way offensively, Harris Huffman, the 6'1" junior, with 12 points a night and 5 rebounds. For Sheldon, Tyler Murley, 6' senior, 7 points a game. Phil Kane is a 6' senior, 4 points a night. Kyer Bearhaver as the 6'6" senior. Also, Jaden Klein Hessel-Link, 6'2" and a senior. And Ryan Van Merrill, a 6'5" senior, averaging 10 points as Bearhaver, 12.9. Also, Klein Hessel-Link is a 12.9 averager as well. As Cascade and Sheldon getting ready for this one, the officials, a veteran state tournament crew, Bill Gilman and Mark Royer of Council Bluffs, and a doctor of dentistry, Sean Peterson from Atlantic, are the officials here for this one. As Cascade and Sheldon were a little after the original start time at 8:15. That first game went longer. Trainer with the win, 75-66, and we're underway at 8:32. And the tip goes to Cascade. Kopis has it. Cougars going right to left. Up top here is Simon. Now Huffman thought about a 3. He'll drive. Little 1-3-1 look maybe. Here's a left wing 3 by Simon. Pinball around. Fighting for that rebound. Near travel, but out of bounds is the Sheldon player. Called on baseline as Supel was fighting for the look. What's the defensive look here for Sheldon, Regan?
Oh, it looks like a man-to-man defense, which is going to be different from what they saw from Van Meter, a 2-3. They're going to have to get used to this physical man-to-man. The three-point shots probably won't come as easy in this game.
O'Brien driving, kicks to the left corner. Supel puts it on the floor. Now back to O'Brien. 7.5 to play. We're just underway here from Wells Fargo Arena in Des Moines, the 13th state tournament here since 2006. There's a swipe away. Supel lost it on the drive, and now the big fella, Bearhaver, bringing it up.
That's something Cascade can't afford to do, is turn the basketball over. That's one thing we preach, is value the ball.
Bearhaver gave it up. Now he gets it back. Pass inside. A dribble across the lane, off the window and good by Van Merrill. Van Merrill with his first bucket, and it's a Sheldon lead, 2-0.
This looks like a physical Sheldon team, so Cascade's going to have to buckle down on defense, get some stops.
Got some bruisers inside, that's for sure. Supple up top for the three. Up and no good off the back of the rim. It's pinball around. Kopis secures it on the right wing. He'll take a dribble and pass it right side. Simon for a three. Got it to go. Brock Simon, the triple from the right wing. Simon with his 18th three-pointer of the year comes in 27% in the Cougar 1-point lead.
And if Brock's making shots like that, Cascade is a very tough team to beat.
He had 19 points in that sub-state final in Manchester against Beckman. Had a slower offensive day the other day, only had 4 points. But his team picked up the slack around him. Here's a missed three, now a rebound put up, no good on the backside, rebounded by O'Brien. Cougars have it, going right to left. Here's Kopis now with the right-handed hip-high dribble. Up top, Huffman puts on the ground all the way in, avoiding contact, put it up, no good, gets his own rebound backside, up, that goes down. Harris Huffman, that's the kind of effort we're going to need from Huffman as a very physical battling those big boys underneath.
Harris Huffman is an outstanding scorer. He can get his buckets shooting the ball, driving. If he gets going, this Cascade team will be very good.
As Van Merrill now back out to Merle. Merle gets it back right wing. 5.5 to go. Cougars lead by their largest advantage of 3. 5-2. Left block. Now inside, putting on the floor. Little contact, nothing doing on the backside. Rebound on the backside, though. But the big boy, he can't get it to go. Another block away. Supple almost got the block, but contact on the arm. Johnny Supple will get the first foul of the game called on him. And to the line will be Kyle Borhavy. Borhavy on the free throw line so far this season is 62%. He's a 6'6" senior, averaging 12.9 a game. All seniors in the starting lineup for Sheldon. As this one rattles around and goes on down, he'll have one more.
Sheldon's really being aggressive on those offensive rebounds. Cascade in that 2-3 zone, one thing that's tough is you have to find bodies on rebounds. So we'll have to make an adjustment there.
As the second free throw is good as well, cuts the lead to 1, 5-4. 5:15 and counting here in this quarter number 1. Driving in. Now up top, Simon, left-handed hip-high dribble, passes left side. Supple thought about it, puts it on the floor inside the free throw line, passes out. Kopis back to Johnny. Supple now left side. O'Brien, head fake, drives, nice move. Gannon O'Brien off the window and good as O'Brien gets his first bucket of the game. Just under 5 minutes to play. Cougars up by 3 again, 7-4.
Great drive by Gannon there. You're seeing Cascade's balance earlier. That's one thing that's special about this team is any one guy can score.
As inside, now back out for a three. That's Klein Hesslink. Klein Hesslink with the three-pointer for Sheldon. The first three of the game for Sheldon. Klein Hesslink coming in with 44 threes, 45% three-point shooter.
The Sheldon team can really shoot the ball.
Here is a jumper inside the top of the key by O'Brien. No good. Rebounded by the Orbs and coming back the other way. Merle has it right side now to Klein Hesslink. Inside, Van Merrill. Back out top. 4:05 and counting here in this first frame. We're knotted at 7 for the first time in this game. We've had one lead change. Little jumper inside, no good. Left it too long. Pinball around. O'Brien comes up with it. Gets it to Huffman over the timeline with a chest-high dribble. Between the legs now, Huffman, right side pass. Wide open. Kopis, that's what he does, but left it too long. Out the backside, air ball right into the hands of Ryan Van Merrill. And Sheldon brings it back with 3:40 and counting here in the first.
Derek had a great game on yesterday morning, so hopefully he can stay confident with that shot and those things will fall. So keep shooting.
As Kopis had a fine effort indeed. Has 4 3-pointers, 3 in the second half, 14 points for Kopis. As there's Van Merrill with a basket inside. And it's a Sheldon lead. Our second lead change, 9-7. Simon drives, kicks it back out. 15-footer. Harris Huffman, that's what he does. Huffman high above the defender. Boy, can he get up. Huffman ties this game up at 9 our second time.
Such a good athlete, such a tough shot. I love Harris's game. He needs to keep it going.
Huffman, a key member of the 11-1 football team. This past fall, have reached the quarterfinals before losing to Union. Here is a right corner three, no good off the backside. Rebounded by O'Brien before he fell out of bounds. Huffman gets it up between the legs. Now Simon. Thought about the three. O'Brien back to Simon. He's wide open for the three. No good. Left it long, but a tip in there. Great effort.
David O'Brien.
O'Brien, nice effort there. I was shielded by the near side official. O'Brien, a second field goal. And it's our third lead change. Cougars by 2, 11-9. 2.5 to go, quarter one.
Great hustle gain in there. That's one thing Cascade prides ourselves on, is hustling, getting after those old boards.
Here is a fadeaway, and he's a load underneath. Big physical player, Van Merrill, and he's got some moves. He's a little more agile than the 6'9" that Van Meter brought to the table yesterday morning.
Yep, we've got to find a way to stop Van Merrill. He's causing problems down there.
Kopis, now Simon, wide open three again. Got it to go. Brock Simon, his second triple of the game, and unties it there. Back to a 3-point lead. 14-11 Cougars. 150 and counting here in this first quarter.
Cascade really needs to stop here. Giving up 11 points already. That's unusual for a Cascade defense.
As they led 19-5 after one quarter yesterday morning over Van Meter. Up top, this is Murley. Now left side. Here's a deep three from downtown Boone. That's no good. Wrangles around out. Our first sub in the game for Sheldon. That was off the right hand of the 6'3" senior, Tyler Johnson. All the way in. Huffman, good. His third field goal. 5-point lead. 16-11 Cougars. The largest of the game so far.
And you can tell Harris Huffman's playing with a lot of confidence right now.
A lot of momentum to get to the second title game ever in Cougar boys basketball history. And there's a pass to the left side. Von Hesselink back up top to Murley. 1 minute and counting here in this first quarter. Pass the left corner now inside Borhavy. Up and blocked out of there, but up top a three. Almost wrangles in, no good. But Johnny Suple's going to get called for a foul, as securing that rebound was Van Merrill, and Suple, that's on him. That'll be his second foul.
Yep, and rebounding continues to be an issue.
And
Coach Brindle's going to have to address that here in this timeout.
Second foul and the media timeout. Has only 4 timeouts on the board for both teams, but we get 4 media timeouts, so they'll get plenty of break during this game. So the first media timeout, we didn't have a dead ball whistle under 4 until now. 50.6 on the clock. 16-11, the advantage here for Cascade, as 3 ties and 4 lead changes in this game so far.
Yeah, it's been a very fast-paced game so far. 16 points for Cascade's offense. I love the way they're pushing the ball. I love the way they're being aggressive. And I really think you can't discount the experience Cascade has here. They've been here before. They've seen this stage where Sheldon maybe not. So I think you're really seeing that early in this game.
16-11, the 5-point lead here for Cascade, as they're shooting 53% from the field, 7 of 13. Sheldon just 30%, 4 of 13. 2 of 6 from three-point field for Cascade, 33%. Sheldon, 20%, 1 of 5. Sheldon has been to the free throw line once, or 2 of 2. Cascade out-rebounding Sheldon so far, 8-7. Cascade has the only turnover of the game. 16-11, the 5-point lead. 2 fouls on the board for Cascade, 0 for Sheldon, as the Orbs of Sheldon. And they had a contest back in the late 50s, voted on by the school. They didn't have a mascot. Orange and black was the school colors. They decided, some lucky winner decided Orbs. That mascot has been named the worst by the Des Moines Register. I think it's kind of creative, orange and black. I mean, yeah, maybe it's pretty generic, but Orbs, you never heard of it before. You would think it's some type of sea creature if you didn't know, but
I think voted last is a little harsh. It's creative.
A little bit.
It's not a cougar, it's not a panther, but it's different.
It's not an animal. It's 2 colors.
We'll give them some credit.
Combined as orange and black. Great legend among students and staff. Originating from a naming contest held, as they said, in the late 50s. This one's knocked away. Huffman up ahead. Now Simon. It's also since landed the town on ESPN's worst mascots list at one time. As there is a left wing 3 up and good. Gannon O'Brien knocks it down. 3 ball for Gannon. He's got 7 points, the largest lead of 8 now, 19-11.
Gannon's really shooting the ball well. He got off to a slow start this season, wasn't shooting a very good percentage, but we knew he'd come around, and he's really been playing well lately.
Up top with it with 10 seconds to go. This is Sheldon in the form of Klein Hesselink. Now left wing, back up top, 3 seconds. Not sure they're aware of the clock or what. An extra pass down to the corner. That's going to end it. Great defense by the Cougars, standing tall as we go to the second quarter. 19-11, Cascade the advantage. This is Cascade Boys State basketball from KMCH Sports. Sir Ashley Vick back on East Main Street in Manchester. John Smisher, Reagan Tankis back with you. Cascade basketball, state tournament style. They lead by 8. Cougars 19. The Orbs of Sheldon 11. Here into this second quarter and a forced turnover there. Boy, they're really ratcheting up the defense as Borhaby lost that one off his fingertips and out of bounds.
Yep, and a great first quarter for the Cougars. Sheldon seems a little bit rattled by this 2-3. Let's hope the Cougars can keep it going here.
And the Cougs are shooting well offensively, 57% from the field, 42% from Tripleville. Inside, Reed Roush into the game for the first time. Gannon O'Brien with another 3. Boy, is he playing jacked here tonight. One of the seniors on this team, the 6'1 senior averaging 9 a game, as O'Brien has himself 13 points already.
Another one for Gannon. Love seeing that. Such a smart player, such a great kid. So let's hope he can stay hot from behind the arc here.
And one of your favorite cousins, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
Don't let that out of the bag.
Shout out Jan Green. I know you're listening. We love you.
Grandma Jan.
Yeah.
Has 10 points for Gannon O'Brien in the game, I should say. 22-11. Cascade, 6:50 and counting. There's a right corner pass, Van Merrill. Now inside, back up top. Driving, now dishing. Here's a 3, left wing. No good, air ball to Huffman. Shot for the rebound. Simon will corral it. And we come back the other way. A sub in there for Sheldon. It's Luke Van Beek.
And I love Cascade's strategy on defense right now. We're picking out shooters. We know guys we can leave open, so it looks like Sheldon's pretty rattled.
15-footer, Simon, no good. Left it too long, and a rebound there. As coming into the game moments ago was Tom Napper, the 6'4 junior. So Coach Brindle going to his bench a little bit here. Just played the 6 mainly yesterday in this game, but Napper gives them a little more size and advantage battling those 2 big boys underneath.
Yep, and Cascade generally doesn't play a whole lot of guys, so fatigue can start to set in, especially playing yesterday, and some quick turnaround. So hopefully Tom can step in here and provide some push off the bench.
6-10 and counting, 22-11. The 11-point advantage is the most here now for Cascade. Here's a deep 3. No good off the front of the rim. Taken there by Johnson, and a rebound Cascade. As Huffman over the timeline with the left to right-hand dribble. Little pitch pass. Here's Roush coming around. Stops, pops. Going to kick it left side to Simon. Brock surveying. They looked at it in NAIA and Iowa Conference Schools. Reed Roush with a big 3 from the top of the key. Reed Roush, not known for his offense, but hits his 18th three-pointer of the game. He averages 4 a contest, and Roush puts the lead to 14 now.
And Reed just hits big shots. That's what he does.
Inside and good that time, but Van Merrill with his fourth field goal. He's got 8, 25-13 now. O'Brien driving, kicking, Simon looking. Right-handed dribble. Brock passes it to O'Brien. Takes the three. Hand coming in his face. No good, but the rebound's right in the hands of Harris Huffman. Huffman driving, now dishing. Right side. Roush. Right corner. Surveying. Taking care of the ball. Fundamentally sound. Not careless with it. Cascade basketball. Roush feeling it for another three. Too strong at the back of the window. Back of the rim, I should say. Pinballs around. Napper couldn't get there. And it goes out in the hands of an Orb. As driving in, here's Klein Hesselink all the way in. Jump stock move too hard off the iron that time. Huffman with another rebound. 25-13, 12-point lead. Lost it, but he's able to tap it to O'Brien. He puts it up. No good. O'Brien falls all the way out near the free throw line, and Sheldon comes away with the ball. 4:20 and counting here in the second quarter. 25-13, 12-point lead Cougars. Inside, wide open back door as Napper came up too much. He's got to stay back. Van Morrow with his fifth field goal that time.
Yep, that's a good high-low look from Sheldon there. If they keep going to that could create some problems for Cascade.
Left side, Rouse drives. He'll kick it out. Simon has a defender behind him now, playing high to go seek, trying to throw it across the lane. Simon got to keep his emotions there. He thought he was hit on the arm, trying to throw it across the lane, but there was too much traffic probably to do so anyway.
Yeah, Brock kind of forced that one in there, and this is the time where Cascade's got to work to get good shots. Can't afford turnovers here.
3:40 and counting. Cougars by 10, and a armbar pushing foul called on the right block as Napper was bodying up against Van Morrow, and Napper will be charged with his first foul, the immediate timeout coming here. 3:38 to go in the second quarter. 25-15 Cougars back after this from KMCH Sports. Over there, steal by Harris Huffman. He comes with it back the other way. Cascade by 10, 25-15, 3:15 and counting here in quarter number 2. Cascade, dangerous pass there. Rouse thought Simon was staying out. He cut in, and picking it off is Klein Hesselink. Now inside, Klein Hesselink was out of bounds before he threw it. No, he wasn't. Roush was out of bounds. I thought he was going to say that Klein Hesselink was already out of bounds when he threw it off of Roush, but he was saying Roush was out of bounds and already was out. So he'll stay Sheldon basketball. Here's a block away by Brock Simon. Simon gets it back from Huffman in the corner. High step dribble over the timeline, and the Cougars have it. Hoffman thought about it, drove in, contact there. He ran right into the defender, straight up and down. Good defensive presence there by Sheldon, and that's going to be a foul called. Yep, I thought so. Reed Roush, little body contact there, and Roush will pick up his first foul, 25-15. 14 fouls now on Cascade, none on Sheldon's side of things.
Yeah, and some sloppy play here out of the timeout. Turnovers on both sides and some quick shots, so hopefully clean it up a little bit here.
Inside to Van Merle. Back out, driving in. Now a pass in the lane. Just goes out of bounds. Trying to get fancy with a no-look left-hander underneath. And Van Merle's like, dude, give me the ball. Up top. Don't make the big fella work for the ball.
Yep, that's a tough angle for him to catch that. You got to toss it high to the big fellas.
But the Cougars will take it. Up
Absolutely.
by 10, 25-15. 2.5 to go here in this second quarter of play. Little contact up top, stopping Simon. He dribbles back out. Now Kopis surveying. Right-handed, left-handed dribble. Now the handoff. Simon inside. Left-handed shot by Huffman inside from the left block to the middle of the lane. It's no good. Pinball's out. Rebounded by Murley. Here comes Sheldon. 2:10 and counting. Here in this first half of play. Here's an errant pass. Huffman comes up with it. There's a lot of sloppiness here right now. Both teams are taking advantage of the miscues on the offensive side.
Yeah, and that's one thing Cascade does well is take advantage of turnovers. So Sheldon cannot afford to be turning the ball over like this.
Deep three. Brock Simon got it to go just outside of Buzzard Billy's that time. 13-point lead. 28-15. That's Brock Simon's third triple of the game.
Yep, right on cue. Turnover Sheldon, three-pointer Cascade, and Brock shooting well tonight.
And there's a three, no good. Left long by Klein Hesslink, but the foul putback is good. The follow-up there by Sheldon. As which one was that? Was that Van Morrow?
Yes, I believe that was there.
As inside there for the bucket for Havey, I believe it was. They gave it to him instead. No, they didn't. He's not on the floor. As there's a shot right side, no good off the front of the rim. And now we go back the other way. Inside, the shot up, no good off the back of the rim by Klein Hesslink. And getting the rebound by Merrill, putting it up and good. And to the line, he'll go for the old-fashioned three-point play.
Yeah, another second chance point there for Sheldon. That's the one thing killing Cascade right now is we got to find bodies, especially Van Merrill. He's giving us some problems down there.
And Von Merrill puts it up, spins around, no good. Rebounds out. Here to Cascade. Huffman has it right side. Supel now puts it on the deck. 40 seconds and counting here. 28-19. Up top to Simon. Simon surveying, directing the offense here. Now O'Brien. O'Brien right side. The inside is Supel for the 14-footer. Bounds around and bounces off the backside. Rebounded by Borhavy. And here comes Sheldon. Chance for the last second shot. 20 seconds and counting here in the first half. 28-19 Cougars.
Sheldon can get this down to a 7-point game. It seems like Cascade's had control, but this is a big possession here.
Left side. The new face in there. Number 12, Tyler Lode, a 5'11 junior. And losing it. Now that's going to be it. Getting it off. It almost goes in off the back rim, but it wouldn't have counted as the Cougars force another shot at the end of the corner of confusion there for Sheldon. And the Cougars have the 28-19 lead at the end of two quarters as halftime is here. 28-19, this quick-moving, only a 26-minute first half of play as Cascade with the 9-point lead. A timeout. We'll come back with analysis, talk over the numbers from this first half. This is Cascade Cougar Boys State Basketball. You're listening to it on Mix 94.7 and KMCH.com. The Wells Fargo Arena in Des Moines. John Swisher along with 2011 Cascade graduate Reagan Takis as halftime here after 26-minute first half. Cascade leading Sheldon 28-19. Well, those first two quarters of play, Cascade came out leading by 8 at the end of the first quarter and outscored Sheldon 9-8 in that second quarter. Sheldon got themselves back into it, but still a 9-point lead here at the break. What do you like that Cascade's doing? What are some things they need to pick up to keep Sheldon off?
Yeah, I'm really liking the pace Cascade's playing at. I think this is their kind of game, holding Sheldon to 19 points. Van Mario's causing some problems down low, 12 points, 7 boards, but other than him, they've held Sheldon down pretty well. 1 for 10 from the three-point line, which is always good in the 2-3 zone. I like Cascade's aggressiveness on offense. Gannon and Harris have both had good halves. Brock is shooting the ball well, so I think if they keep up this game plan, keep up this pace of play, I think it's playing into Cascade's hands.
As we take a look at some of the numbers here in this first half, as Cascade shooting 45% from the field, 11 of 24 three-point land, 6 of 13 for 46%, nothing for the free throw line yet. Field goals for Sheldon, 8 of 25 for 32%, just 1 of 10 for 10% from Tripleville. 2 of 3 for free throws for Sheldon, 66%. Other numbers, Sheldon in the paint, 14-8. Points off turnovers, Cascade, the slight advantage, 6-2. Second chance, 7-6 Cascade. No fast break points either way. 3 bench points for the Cougars, none for Sheldon, as the game was tied 3 times, and the lead changed 3 times as well. 28-19 is our first half score. We will take a timeout, come back, look at individual numbers. Cascade leads 28-19 after 2 quarters. This is Cascade Boys State Basketball. You're listening to it from KFCH Sports. Producer Ashley Vick, John Swisher, Reagan Takis back with you from the capital city of Des Moines. Cascade leading 28-19 here at the halftime break. News out of the area coverage teams today as Western Dubuque with Dennis Garrity retiring after 39 seasons as 47th year of all-time coaching high school basketball. Dennis Garrity with the retirement today. He'll be honored at halftime of that 1A game on Friday afternoon for getting his 500th victory this year. He will go out with those 500 wins. So our best congratulations on a tremendous career. Dennis Garrity spent 5 years back home in Manchester at West Delaware High School. Took the Hawks to a couple of state tournaments. Took Western Dubuque to 2 as well. Runner-up in 2012. 39 seasons. And that's all. Unfortunately, the elusive title not meant to be for Coach Garrity, but the time was right as him and his wife will enjoy retirement now, and getting out of that golf course will be the main thing to have some relaxation. But Coach Garrity, it'll be nice to see him on Friday here, and hopefully we'll get a chance to talk with him as Cascade leads this one 28-19 here at the end of the first two quarters. Individually for the Cougars, Gannon O'Brien with 10 points, 9 points for Brock Simon, 6 for Harris Huffman, 3 for Reed Roush. 4 Sheldon, just 3 in the scoring column, 12 for Ryan Van Merrill, the big boy underneath, 6'5" senior, averages 10 points a game, 4 points for Kyle Borhavy, and 3 for Jaden Kleinhesslink. And here we go. Cascade has the ball going left to right to start this second half. What do the Cougars have to do right off the get-go to set a good tone, Reagan?
I'd say just keep up what they've been doing, move the ball, work for a good shot. That's the Cascade game. Don't force anything and just play good basketball.
Huffman with a 3. Got it to go.
That's a good start.
It's not forcing it when you knock it down wide open. Confidence galore for the senior Harris Huffman. He does not want to play in the consolation game tomorrow. He wants to wait till Friday for that 3:45 tip.
As a turnover.
There is a ball batted away by Simon all the way in. He is contacted there. What'd they call?
I think they called a foul.
The far side official looked like he called a foul. The near side guy, was he going to call the travel? And the travel is called. They get together and call the travel. And Brock Simon coming up gimpy here. He is going to be taken out of the game. He came down awkwardly on that left leg. He will have to walk out. Coach Brendo asked him what happened there as we go back the other way. And just like, looked like something contacted him in the air, and he landed awkwardly.
Yeah, very odd play there. It looked like Brock was expecting the foul call and didn't get it.
And inside, left elbow. Out free throw line. Driving is Borhavy, has a knock away. Reed Roush up ahead, bounce pass. Led O'Brien, little contact called there. Reach in foul, called too much contact on Tyler Marley. Marley picks up his first. Was that the first foul of the game for Sheldon? They had to have one. See, they don't have fouls in official stats. I did not have them marked down for any.
Yeah, that looks like it could be.
I knew they went for a while, and maybe, possibly, haven't seen that in a while.
Yeah, that's pretty rare.
He doesn't get one foul. But Cascade still the 8-point lead. Now the 8-point lead at the break. Now they have the 12-point advantage here, as their largest lead is 14. Here's a jumper from 17. Huffman gets it to go over the taller Borhavy. Huffman, what a game he's having. He's got 11 now for the senior Harris Huffman.
That's another tough shot for Harris. He's just hitting big ones.
Up top, now left side. This is Tyler Johnson. It has the ball knocked away. Roush, now a fight for it. Going to go out of bounds off of Cascade. Should be Sheldon. No, they give it to the Cougars. I think we got one there. It looked like it went off the right hand of Roush, but they give it to Cascade, going left to right. And a full timeout call here for Sheldon. We'll take it with them. Cascade leads 33-19 now. We're back after this from KMCH Sports. Well, Fargo Arena, Des Moines. Great start for the Cougars coming out here in the second half. They have the ball going left to right. They lead by their largest margin in the game now, 14 again, 33-19 over Sheldon out of Northwest Iowa.
And 3 straight turnovers for Sheldon out of the gate. That's not the start they were looking for.
Here is a 3, and that's the start we're continuing to see from Huffman. How about that? Harris Huffman, he's possessed right now.
He is shooting with so much confidence right now, and you got to love seeing that from him. When he gets going, he is tough to guard.
8 points, all 8 of them in this third quarter for Huffman. He's got 14. There's effort by Huffman knocking that one out of bounds. The talented football player from last fall. Was he the quarterback? Yeah.
He actually had not played he hadn't played his entire high school career. Comes in as a junior and leads him to an unbelievable season.
Couple of good years the last
Another
couple
turnover
for
here.
Tim Frake, and just throwing it behind the player goes out of bounds. Cascade will get it going back the other way. 17-point lead now, Cascade.
And this Sheldon team just seems rattled on offense. Clearly struggling to make an adjustment with the zone.
Brock Simon back up top. Supple for the top of the key. Three! Got it to go. Johnny Supple. 3 3-pointers in this third quarter. Cougars have 9 now in the game, and it's 39-19, our largest lead of 20.
It's going to be tough to come back from 20 down with this Cascade defense, I'll tell you that.
We talked about before, a lead of 20 seems like almost 30 or so with the way Cascade is able to play.
Absolutely.
Here's a shot in and out. Left wing three taken by Johnson. Copus corrals the rebound. Huffman has it between the leg dribble. Now left to right, left-handed thigh-high dribble. Gives it up to Supple. 4:50 and counting here in quarter number 3. Simon up top inside Huffman. As he tries to avoid contact, he fades away from Van Merrill. And now a little reach-in call in the backcourt, called on Brock Simon. Yep. As reaching in the cookie jar, when the official said, no, get back, and Simon commits the foul that time, as it will be the first on Brock to go back the other way. O'Brien goes out. Reed Roush is back in. He joins Supple, Huffman, also Copus and Simon. 39-19 Cougars, sitting pretty right now. 4.5 to go in this quarter number 3. Inside, up, and good defense. Up and over, the defense can't get it to go. Sheldon still hasn't scored until there. Getting the rebound and putting it back, fading away was Borhavy. And Borhavy gets his second field goal. He's got 6 points, 4:15 and counting. 39-29 now. 39-21, I should say, for Cascade now.
Sheldon finally on the board here in the second half. So,
as it's been a 11-2 run for Cascade. As that one was knocked away from Cascade inside. We go back the other way. Right wing three, up and good. Splash City, Tyler Murley with the 3 ball. It's a 15-point lead. The ball gets away off the court here, almost to the band of Sheldon. 39-24, immediate timeout now with 3:50 to go. And we'll take it with them. 39-24, lead to 15. This is Cascade State boys basketball from KMCH Sports. Fargo Arena in Des Moines. John Swisher, Reagan Tinkis. Huffman for a jumper. No good. Inside the top of the key. Rebounded backside. Supel. Kopis for a three. No good. Off the back of the rim. Chased down by Johnson. And Sheldon comes back with it. 39-24 Cascade. 3:20 in county. His ball is just a loss. And Kopis gets it. A foul from behind. Reach-in foul poking away. Tyler Murley gets his second foul. And it's Cascade basketball. Sideline inbounds to our right. Going left to right here inside Wells Fargo Arena on the Iowa Wolves court. Formerly the Iowa Energy, the NBA D-League team now here in Des Moines. O'Brien has it up top. Simon thought about it to put it on the floor. Now a left-handed pass to Kopis. A drive. Now back to Simon. Simon surveying. O'Brien in the corner. Huffman. Jump stop now inside, got it to go. Nice move inside. It spun around and went on down. And just the amount of energy and momentum, confidence that Harris Huffman is playing with is unmatched right now.
Yep, such a great move by Harris. And that's a really underrated part of his game is posting up. He has really good moves down there.
Here's the 17-foot jumper. It spins around and pops out off the right hand of Klein Hesslink. 2.5 to go. 41-24, 17-point lead. The largest for the Cougars has been 20. Huffman up top. Saw Coach Al Marshall, the Hall of Famer, up in the concourse before the first game here tonight. He came to watch that intriguing first game. It was a good matchup. There's a three by Supel, no good. Coach Marshall will be proud of this effort by his Cougars. 41-24, the first and only head coach since 1976 until Coach Brindle took over before last year. There is Tyler Johnson dialing long distance from the right corner. Johnson with the three ball. Cuts the lead to 14. 41-27. Oh, no. He tipped it out of bounds.
Clearly tipped
That was a clear tip. Johnson got a hand on that. That was an obvious tip out of bounds.
Coach Brindle's begging for it here. It's a clear missed call.
All five coaches can't believe it. Coach Gale, McMullen, D'Souza, Hummel.
That's just a flat-out blown call.
Missed call there. Life goes on. Cougars will have to play on. And there's a throw out of bounds. There is the break back towards the Cougars. As just throwing out of bounds was Johnson. I'm not sure what he was looking at. His offensive player was up in that left wing. I was open, but I couldn't quite get to that one.
Yeah.
Just out the outstretched way of my left arm.
I think the expression "ball don't lie" works in that case. They give it right back after the missed call.
1.5 to go. Right side Huffman. 41-27 Cougars. Here's Huffman. Oh, a lot of contact. Got it to go and the foul. Harris Huffman continues his great play.
They just can't guard Harris right now. I mean, he's just too quick off the bounce, too many good moves, and he's a problem for Sheldon that they can't seem to figure out.
12 points, 18 on the night. He'll have one free throw. Another time that Cascade, rarely do they ever put anybody on the line, everybody off the line, as everybody is back and ready to go defensively, something Coach Marshall started many years ago. Coach Brindle has carried the tradition.
Yeah, it's an interesting strategy.
You don't see it often.
No, it must have something to do with Cascade not playing as many guys, not
that's
trying
it
to stay out of foul trouble.
And get set up defensively,
exactly,
I bet. And there's a three left wing, Tyler Johnson from the left corner. That one was downtown Clive as Johnson gets his second three ball. Back to 13, 43-30 as Huffman missed that last free throw. He's got 18 points, 12 of them in this third quarter, and make that 20.
Another bucket for Harris.
Harris Huffman, 14 in this third quarter after having only all six in the first quarter. He went silent in the second quarter. Boys, he responded in the third. Fight for the ball. Supel now a foul called as Supel was tied up with it, but grabbing him from a sit-down position was Klein Hesslink, and he'll get called for a reach-in from the floor. 45-30, the fourth foul now on Sheldon, only one for Cascade, 15-point advantage.
Looks like we got a full-court press coming here from Sheldon. Let's see how Cascade responds.
As Huffman, Simon, O'Brien, Kopis, and Supel, the five. Simon passing to O'Brien, now just passing back to Simon as he hops over the timeline. 20 seconds and counting. 45-30. Simon back up top to Huffman.
You got to think Cascade's going to be patient here. Go for one shot.
10 seconds on the clock. Huffman has it. The dribble guard. Yep, little contact is called there by the up guard that was guarding Huffman as it's charged to Tyler Lode. Lode will pick up his first, team number 5. 10 seconds to go. Kopis with the handoff. Huffman, 5 seconds. Inside, gets rid of it. O'Brien for a 3. Got it to go. Gannon O'Brien with the 3 ball. His third 3 of the game. And the Cougars take the 18-point lead to the fourth quarter. Cascade 48. Sheldon 30. Cascade State Boys basketball from KMCH Sports. Quarter is underway after a 26-minute first half. Cascade leads 48-30. A little longer of a second half it'll be, one would think. Huffman hops this one away, but getting it back and off the glass on the right side is Borhave for his third field goal. He's got 8 points.
Yeah, nice little penetration and kick there by Sheldon.
And right side, O'Brien. Now, up top, and a timeout called. Timeout called here for Cascade. Coach Brendel will take the short 30-second timeout as this second half of play just shy of 20 minutes, 19 minutes right now. It's 48-32 the lead for Cascade. Sheldon from Northwest Iowa, population of 5,115, 226 miles here in Des Moines, 3 hours and 42 minutes. Of course, back home in Cascade, 176 miles, about 2 hours and 39 minutes if you travel the speed limit, which, of course, everybody from Cascade would here to Des Moines. 2,281 the population for the Jones and Dubuque County town of Cascade. As the Cougars have the ball going left to right, 48-32. The advantage, trying to get back to the second ever title game in the history of the program. As getting it back on the left side is Kopis going all the way in. Contact there. Going to the line to shoot two is Derek Kopis now.
Yep. And Sheldon really having to be aggressive here on defense. Down 16 points. They're going to have to go for steals and take some risks here at this point in the game.
As Kopis up and good on the free throw. His first try at points here. He's 1 for 1. He'll have one more. Derek Kopis, 5'10" senior, averages 8 a game, a 65% free throw shooter. And he splashes home the second one as well. Extends the lead to 18 again. 50-32. The largest advantage has been 20 here. Right side. Klein Hesslink driving all the way in. Pinball around. Simon on the floor. Kopis comes up with it. Off and running over the timeline. He backs it out right side. 6.5 to go. 50-32. And here Coach Brindle saying, take your time here.
Yep.
Near carry, but keeping his hand on top of the ball is Brock Simon up top Copus.
You got to think Cascade's going to be working the ball around here. 6 minutes to go. Big lead.
Copus for a three. Wide open. Look, got it to go. Derek Copus. That's what he does. His first three-ball field goal of the night. He's got 5 points. And 21 is our largest lead for Cascade.
Yep, Derek's had a little bit of a quiet night, but he's an X factor for this team. He can knock down shots, and he steps up in big situations.
Derek Copus gets the first foul called there. As 53-32 is still our lead. So top knocked away. Simon comes up with it. Off and running. Has 1-on-2 up in the air. Can't get to go, but he'll go to the line to shoot two. For Brock Simon, as Simon went into the camera on the end line, lost his balance, fell off the court. Did he take out the cameraman? He did.
It looks like he did.
Derek Copus helping out with the cameraman, putting his chair back up for him. As Simon on the line to shoot two. 9 points in that first half. 3 threes, 2 in the first, 1 in the second. Hasn't had a point yet in the second half. Looking for 2 here.
Yep. Brock's been playing great defense. He's had a few steals, and his length just really causes problems for the other team, especially in that top of the 2-3 zone. He is just so long, so active.
Long, lanky, 6'4", seniors. Brock Simon buries the first one. He'll have one more.
Yep, and Sheldon's really turning the ball over there. Coaches can't be happy with how they've handled the ball.
As Sheldon was here at the state tournament this year, haven't been to a title game since 2013 when they won it. They also won in 2007. Cougars poised to get back to their second ever as Simon knocks down the second one. They lead now by 23 points. Largest lead of the night, 55-32. 3-point time, no good, spins on. And a front side rebound by Gannon O'Brien. Cougars playing tremendous ball here tonight.
Yep, this is as confident I've seen this Cougar team. Just so balanced, so poised, and just a good quality team.
24-1, trying to get win number 25 tonight. As up top is Simon, gets it to O'Brien. On right side, most wins came back in 2012, 2013 with 23. There's all the way in. Simon commits the foul. Up and good off the window. Called there by Borhave. Gets the bucket. And Borhave will have one more. 13 foul on Cascade. 7 on the other side for Sheldon. 55-34. Still 21-point lead.
Yeah, just kind of a lazy pass there by Brock, but it's a good move by Sheldon to get the bucket there.
Brock Simon. Confident. Got that attitude on the floor, but he pounds his chest when it's his fault. And he was telling his guys it was his fault there.
Absolutely.
Then he committed the foul to try to save the layup, but Borhave able to get it and the three-point play. 55-35, back to 20. Now, Hoffman. Copus almost fumbled it out of bounds, but able to get it back, and now a reach-in foul called. They wanted to travel, and Coach Brindle telling them, relax here, stay composed, don't let this team get to you.
Yeah, it looks like he got away with the travel there, so it's a generous call.
Reach-in foul, as we'll take it. Copus to the line to shoot one of the bonus. The 18th foul called on Sheldon. So substitution coming in here. It's Tyler Johnson back in for Sheldon. And head coach Eric Mawson in his 5th season, 71-45. As Coach Mason in 5 seasons at Sheldon. First one is up and good. 56-35 now. Copus has made 3 in a row. Second one. Up, and that spins around and goes on down. 7 points in this 4th quarter for Derek Copus.
Yep, and Sheldon's running out of time here. They can't be moving the ball around too much here.
Up top now, left side. 22-point lead. The largest has been 23. Inside, battling the big boy Borhave is Johnny Supel. 23 on 23 there one of the greatest numbers of all time, in my humble opinion, with Ryan Sandberg and, of course, Michael Jordan. Johnny Supple commits the foul, his third. And the free throw up, free throw no good. Off the back of the rim by Borhave. And Borhave will have one more.
And Cascade's done a good job containing him. He's been their horse all season, and he's had an off game today.
No good off the back of the rim. Coming in with 12 points a night, the 6'6" senior Borhave has missed the second one, 57-35. Cascade trying to meet Trainer in the title game. And they would do that Friday afternoon at 3:45. We already have one area coverage team in the title game. There's a great backdoor pass. Simon wide open on the backside. Gets a field goal, his first since the second quarter, his first 2-point field goal of the night. He's got 13 points. Here's a three, no good off the front of the rim. Derek Kopus corrals it, and back come the Cougars. 59-35. Here's O'Brien. Area coverage teams championship style. Northwind on Friday afternoon at 2 o'clock as they'll meet Grandview Christian. They had to come back down by 8 late in that game today. They came back and took down St. Mary's of Remsen. They'll take on Don Bosco in the consolation game tomorrow morning at 10:30. As 3:50 and counting, 59-35. Right side, Simon puts it on the floor. Now back up top to Kopus. Left side, here is Huffman going to be reached in and fouled upon. Called on Klein Hesslink there, his second foul. And a media timeout on the floor. 3:42 in the game. The Cascade faithful behind us can feel it. 59-35, looking for the second state title championship game in program history. And we're back after this from KMCH Sports. Huffman is on the line. The first one dances around and goes on down. He'll get one more. As Huffman missed one free throw earlier in that quarter where he had himself 14 points. 21 points, make that 22 on the night for Harris Huffman. Outstanding effort by the senior, helping his team get back to the state title game 2 years ago. Now Marshall's final year, 42-35 loss to Western Christian. The only other time that the Cougars made the title game, still looking for that first ever boys state title, as we brought you the girls state championship last Saturday night, and that win over Grundy Center 41-37 for Coach Sconza and company. And what a year it would be for looking for the first title, but get two. A lot of work to do yet against Trainer, a very salty team, the top ranked top-seeded team trainer awaits Cascade as long as they hang on here. It's looking good. 3.5 to go, 61-36. Second free throw is good by the big fella Van Merrill has 12 points. He didn't have anything until right there. They shut him down the second half.
Yep, he was a huge factor in the first half, but really second half he's been completely out of the game. They boxed him out and done a really good job covering him.
As just playing keep away here, Cascade.
Yep, just going to be a matter of moving the ball around now.
Up top, Huffman. 3 minutes and counting here. And Coach Brindle awaiting his first ever title appearance. The upset in the first round fell at Comanche by 10 on that stormy night back home last year on that Monday night of 2A quarterfinals. There's a reach-in foul. Huffman will go back to the line. The 10th team foul, so shooting 2 will be Harris.
Yeah, and you got to think that Comanche loss last year motivated these guys. I mean, they were embarrassed losing that bad in the first round to a team that they knew they could beat. So I think they came in this year, and they were very motivated, and that drove them to how they performed this week.
As this one up and good for Harris Huffman. As the subs coming in here for Sheldon, and now Coach Brindle will oblige and put his subs in. Tom Napper comes back in. He was in earlier in the game. Logan Otting also in there for the Cougars. Luke Bertling and Will Rowling. Evan Knipper can't come quite in yet. The official says, we don't need to have 6 on the floor. As Huffman is on the line to shoot. Knipper forgot who he was going in for. Huffman, one more, spins around and pops out.
Looks like Evan was a little antsy to get in the game here.
Why not?
Yeah.
Experience on this floor.
Absolutely. It's fun to see these guys get in. Experience the big floor.
Absolutely. Everybody got in.
Yep.
As well. As there is a shot off the window and good by a sub. And now a substitution timeout called as Bryant Dykstra, 6'5" junior, got the basket there for Sheldon. And the Cougars are going to get this victory. 2:20 and counting on the clock, 62-38. Commanding effort here. And the Cougars proving to the state that they were maybe a little better than the 6th seed here at the tournament.
Yep.
But they had to come out and prove it. They felt slighted. Besides the business-like approach, focused approach of being upset with the upset last year in the first round, they also had a little chip on their shoulder, thinking they're a better seed, being ranked top 5 all year, and then get the 6th seed. But really, seeds don't matter. You got to come out and play here regardless. Beat who's in front of you, and Cascade's done that in the first 2 rounds and will earn themselves the title game on Friday afternoon.
Absolutely. I think the 6th seed was another motivator. It's tough to have predicted blowing Sheldon out like this. A lot of people saw this as a very evenly matched game, so Cascade they're at the top of their game right now, and let's hope they can carry it forward to Friday.
Driving in, losing it was Rolling. Otting back up top to Bertley. 9 seniors on this team. Bertling is one of them. Inside, the reverse layup there by Marshall Klein-Hesselink. Klein-Hesselink, the 6'3" junior. And some more subs come in here. Race Kuckler, another one of the seniors, is in. DJ Miller as well, another senior. Who else is in there? As Rolling stays in. Also, Nick Welter, a senior, in there. And Carter Simon, a 6' junior, in there. That's the 5 for the Cougars, 112 and counting. 62-40, 22-point lead for Cascade. They'll advance on for the second time ever in school program history to the big one. The girls got there on Saturday night for their second time ever and won their first title. Can the Cougars do it Friday? There's a right wing 3. Race Kuckler, the 5'11" senior, got it to go. They give him a 3 on that.
Yep, fun to see Race hit that 3. He can stroke it a little bit.
How about that? 65-40.
He's a great golfer, too, I should say.
Yeah, Kuckler into the state tournament was a couple years.
Yep.
The senior for Cascade. There's a long distance 3, left side, up and good by Dan Meterin. And Matron, the 6'2" senior. Got that one to go. And Cascade. 10 seconds on the clock. Kuckler being told from the bench to shoot it. So is Miller now. Buck Simon said, let it fly, boys. Here is the three by Kuckler. That one's going to be short, and that's the ball game. Cascade advances to the state title game Friday afternoon at 3:45. It will be a double dip championship flavor here from KMCH Sports. As our final score in this one, 65-43. The convincing win for the Cougars, as outscoring Sheldon 17-13 in that final frame. After a third quarter, they outscored them 20-11. What an effort by Cascade, and those players are stoked, and they should be sprinting in. Easy, boys, don't get hurt on your way to the locker room. Sprinting into the locker room, and they're all reaching up and hitting the IMT insurance sign hanging next to the shield sign on the railing above the tunnelway, and boy, are they jacked up, and rightfully so. A huge win here to get back to the state final. Cascade gets the win, 65-43. We'll talk much more about it after we come back. Cascade basketball from KMCH Sports. Wells Fargo Arena postgame. Cascade gets the victory. 65-43 the final. As Cascade, the largest lead of the game was 23 points. The Cougars improving their record to 25-1, dropping Sheldon at 22-4. Now Sheldon will compete in the consolation contest tomorrow afternoon at 12:15 after the 1A consies, as Sheldon will face Appleton Parkersburg, who fell to Trainer earlier this evening, 75-66, and Trainer is the opponent for the Cougars as they get the 65-43 victory in this one. Just an outstanding team effort, picking up for each other. Balanced scoring here, 7 in the scoring column, including that late 3 by Race Kuckler. But what an effort by Cascade here tonight, led by the senior who did not want to get denied of playing in a championship game, Harris Huffman, with 23 points. Gannon O'Brien with 13, Brock Simon with 13, 7 for Kopis, 3 for Johnny Supel, 3 for Reed Roush, and that 3 by Kuckler. But it started with the Huffman with 6 points in that first quarter. He had a tremendous third quarter. What an effort by this Cougar team here tonight.
Yeah, it's tough to imagine a team clicking more than Cascade is right now. They seem to be hitting on all cylinders, playing well. They're so balanced. I mean, they can get you from any angle, whether it's Brock, whether it's Gannon, whether it's Harris, whether it's Johnny, whether it's Derek. I mean, they can get you any way, and I think that's what makes them so dangerous.
Cascade advances to the Class 2A championship for the second time ever. You go back to Devin Green and company. Jared Napper was on that team. Several others I'm forgetting right now. But 2016, Al Marshall's final year. Sure, you were down here. I remember calling that one down at that table on the other side here. But 42-35, battled Western Christian, could never get over that hump. That was the first ever title game in boys basketball history. And now to do it in Jake Brindle's second year, what a quality display of talent. And not the most talented team around, but it's how they play. Great talented basketball players. They come together, and they just do it the right way. A lot of the media members, there's been articles, there's been stuff posted on Twitter and Facebook in the last week here of actually seeing Cascade now as we get to a lot of the season. But a team that just plays traditional, fundamentally sound, refreshing basketball with the up-and-down pace of the other teams, the run and gun, and Cascade does it the old school way, and it still works.
Absolutely. I'm so happy for Coach Brindle and his staff because I played for Coach Brindle throughout my 4 years, and he is such a smart coach, always has a good game plan, carries forward a lot of what Coach Marshall taught him, and it's just so fun to see him in this stage because I know how passionate he is about the game. I know how he loves these kids. And they have completely bought into his system. They take care of the ball. They take pride in getting stops on defense. And they are just a skilled basketball team. It'll be fun to see what they can do on Friday.
This group of Cougars, 25-1, and that tops the chart. I slided the 2010-2011 team, 24-2. That was the best record until now as 23-win team in 2012-2013, but yeah, the 24-2 team lost first round to North Cedar by 10 back in March of 2011, a team that my partner Reagan Takis was on and ended his career on. But yeah, what a great run that was. And now the winningest team in the program, to our knowledge, at 25 wins here for this Cascade basketball team. And that's saying something with all the teams that have gone through and all the teams that Al Marshall had over the years since the Cascade Public opened in 1976.
Yep, and it's great to see this tradition just keep getting stronger and stronger every single year. I truly think it is the culture at Cascade. There's a culture of winning, culture of playing good quality basketball, and there's a reason that we've had so much success over the years. And I just love seeing that continue to build and build. And I'm really hopeful that this year we can push it over the top and get that state championship.
As Cascade, second ever state title trip, looking for now the first ever in boys basketball and the second ever all-time in Cascade basketball after the girls got it done, as we talked about last Saturday night over Grundy Center, as the Cougars get the win here tonight, 65-43. Some other numbers in this game. They were, you wondered, you were a little concerned about in the paint early on. Boy, it looked like the big boy Van Murrell was going to have his way. Only 1 point in the second half. He ended the night, I believe, let's check for sure, with just 13 points. It was. He had 6 field goals and no free throws in that first half. So 12 points at halftime, just 1 free throw in the fourth quarter. What a job they did on collapsing down on him. And then the other big boy inside there, Borhave, he had himself 11 points, only 4 in the first half. Again, the 2-3 zone, active hands, and disciplined defense did the trick.
Yeah, and at halftime they must have made some good adjustments on Van Merrill, who was causing some issues down low. Clearly they focused on getting a body on him, boxing him out, and just doing a great job rebounding. So great job by the Cascade defense, holding this pretty explosive offense, holding them down, and just getting turnovers, getting stops, and getting rebounds. That's what Cascade does.
Yes, indeed, and they did it well here tonight. 65-43 the final. As the final numbers, Cascade 52% from the field, 22 of 42. As 54% from three-point land, 12 of 22, 81% from the free throw line, 9 of 11. Sheldon, 17 of 42 for 40%. They shot 27% from three-point-ville, 5 of 18, 4 of 8 for 50% from the charity stripe. As the Cougars get the 22-point win, 65-43. Advance on the most wins in school program history and get to the second title game ever since 2016. And they'll do that on Friday afternoon at 3:45. We'll have all the coverage starting around 3:30 or so, as we'll just keep our coverage going from Northland basketball. The 1A final, as Northland will meet Grandview Christian, as Northland has now won 29 games in a row. They improved the record to 28-0 with the win here, with the win earlier today, as Northland with that victory over Don Bosco, 74-51. As that is going to wrap it up for our coverage. We will be back on Friday here for coverage of Northland and Cascade State Championship basketball. Reagan Takis, a great job by you in your radio debut. Glad to have you along, and hopefully hook up with you again down the road here. And congrats to the Cascade basketball family, which you are still a member of and a former player of for Cascade Athletics. And wow, what a game here we saw tonight, and the tradition, as you talked about, continuing on, and hopefully they can add to it with that title on Friday afternoon. Thanks for your time here tonight.
Absolutely, Swiss. Thanks for having me on. I really enjoyed it.
Absolutely. Reagan Tagus, thanks for his time. The 2011 grad, former Loris basketball player as well. And studio producer Ashley Vick, thanks to all her efforts here tonight. John Swisher wrapping up day 3 of the state basketball tournament. Both our teams still alive, victorious, and will play in the final title games of their respective classes. Class 1A for Northland on Friday at 2 and 3:45 for Cascade on Friday as well. That's going to do it. Thanks to all of our sponsors, especially our Cascade flavor, Monticello Sports, Hillside Sports Bar and Grill in Monticello, and Herb Green Ford in Cascade. That does it from Wells Fargo Arena. We'll talk to you on Friday around 1:45. John Swisher saying have yourselves a good and safe rest of your Wednesday night. So long, everybody, from Des Moines, Iowa. Thanks, Ashley. Have a good night. Bye-bye.